In this video I am going to talk about diabetes. Alright, I'll admit it, avoiding diabetes forever does sound like the stuff of total fantasy. However, it depends. Actually, there is a possibility to avoid diabetic forever. There are tips, habits and secret methods to remove the diabetes from your life. I am going to talk about those stuffs. It is awesome. You can happy with your family. You can do anything you need when you are fine. We need to focus about our healthy than other things in our life. However, today, diabetes takes more lives than AIDS and breast cancer. Living with diabetes is costly to the entire family. Not only can it lead to blindness, amputation, heart failure and kidney failure. Therefore, it is better to be safe from this. What is diabetes? Simple answer is, diabetes is one of serious condition which can impact to the human body that causes a person's blood sugar, glucose, level to become too high. Here critical factor is insulin. In terms of that, need to realize the role of the insulin. Currently there is no cure for diabetes. But you can manage it effectively. Therefore managing diabetes effectively leads to avoid diabetes. However, there are two types of diabetes. First type is where the pancreas doesn't produce any insulin. Second type is where the pancreas doesn't produce enough insulin or the body's cells don't react to insulin. Causes of type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune condition. If there is a person with first type of diabetes, the body's own immune system which normally fights harmful bacteria and viruses, but mistakenly destroys the insulin-producing cells in the pancreas. In this case, it attacks the cells in your pancreas. In type 1 diabetes, your body doesn't produce insulin. This type only accounts for about 5% of all diabetes cases. If your parents, brother or sister are with type 1 diabetes, there is a chance of 6% to develop the condition. In terms of preventing the development of problems later in your valuable life, the aim should be to keep your blood glucose levels as normal as possible and control your symptoms. Causes of type 2 diabetes. This type of diabetes will occur due to not producing enough insulin to function properly in your body. If it is not, the body's cells don't react properly to insulin. So we can identify that it isn't used as fuel for energy as glucose stays in the blood. Type 2 diabetes accounts for about 95% of all diabetes cases. These two types of diabetes greatly increase a person's risk for a range of serious complications. Though we control or manage the diabetes, there is a risk of leading to blindness and kidney failure. Therefore, I will explain best tips for manage this effectively. You no need to bother. However, type 1 diabetes cannot be prevented, but we can control it. But type 2 diabetes can be prevented or delayed having healthy lifestyle. It means we have full control over it. So we need to manage it effectively prior to get it worse. How to avoid 2 type diabetes. Do you know that, in USA there are 29 million people have diabetes? Now you know that the reason is to type 2 diabetes is abnormally high blood sugar levels. The condition occurs when your body doesn't produce enough insulin or becomes insulin resistant. So I am going to show you the factors to reduce the risk of diabetes. 1. Understand the combination between diet and diabetes. As normal human, we love to have excessive sweets and fatty foods. It is natural. But it can increase your risk for pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes development. That is why, you need to do followings, having more fruits and vegetables. Reducing unhealthy foods. Replace full-fat dairy products with low-fat versions. Eat more fiber and whole, less processed grains. Get fruit juices instead of soda and artificial drinks. 2. Select fruits and vegetables in a variety of rich colors. Guys, please do not have same color fruit and veggies at once. When you select your foods, you need to select deeper color different fruit and vegetables as that means more nutrients. This leads to provide different type of vitamins to your body. Dark green veggies like spinach, broccoli, kale and Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, pumpkin, orange veggies like carrots and winter squash, raspberries, red fruits and vegetables like strawberries, beets, and radishes, mango, yellow foods such as squash, and pineapple. 3. Eat complex carbohydrates. If you can pay attention to the type of carbohydrates, you can significantly reduce the risk of diabetes. Skip the pastries, cakes, fries, and other processed carbohydrates. Is it hard to you? I know that you love to have those type of foods. However, we have to love to ourselves rather than loving to that type of foods. So you need to have carbohydrates that are healthy, including fruits, vegetables, whole grain cereals, and fresh breads. As well as it is better if you choose high fiber content. There is a great possibility to decrease your blood sugar by acting as a mop, slowing down the digestive process and the speed with which glucose enters the bloodstream. Select whole grains, breakfast cereals with 100% whole grain content, whole grain rice, and whole grain pasta. Eat legumes such as black beans, garbanzo beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, split peas, lentils. Choose whole wheat bread products such as pita bread, bagels and tortillas. 4. Limit the sugar you're drinking. Most guys love to drink different color artificial drinks. It is bad to diabetes. In terms of that, you can drink natural drinks such as fruit juices. If you need to drink beverages such as sodas and juice drinks, you can have with limited juice content. As well as you need to drink more water per day. If you regret for soft drinks, cordial, flavored water, energy drinks, it leads to avoid diabetes. 5. Cut down on nighttime eating. You need to have light protein snack near bedtime if you are pre-diabetic. It is better if you take water only. If you feel hungry after dinner, try eating a low-calorie and carbohydrate food that will have less of an impact on your blood sugar. As well as you can have below stuffs too. Celery sticks, baby carrots, green bell pepper slices, a handful of cranberries, a cup of light or air-popped popcorn. 6. Maintain a healthy weight. If you try to lose weight, this leads to prevent or delay the type 2 diabetes. Due to that, exercise is an important part to be healthy. Best example is for that is one of diabetes prevention program have shown that people who lose 5 to 7% of weight, the risk of diabetes has been decreased by 60%. Therefore it is great thing. I know that it is valuable your time. But you have to allocate your few time for exercise. That would be your way to reduce the risk of diabetes. 7. Take a walk during your lunch break. Most of you are as busy as there are lots of works with your job. Sometimes there will not be a proper time to have a lunch. Sometimes you may not have time to do exercise. Instead of that, you can have a walk after having lunch in lunch break. This would be a great opportunity to sneak in exercise. 8. Exercise well. Doing exercise is the best way to reduce the risk of diabetes. You can go to gym for that. If it is not, you can attend for exercise classes. It is better as you will be guided by a professional person. Find different types of exercise on internet. Search on YouTube. As well as you can walk for your local shops instead of driving. 9. Reduce your stress levels. Stress is linked to high glucose levels that can lead to diabetes. When your body recognizes that you are in stress, this will lead to itself for a fight or flight response that throws off your hormone levels. In terms of reduce your stress level, firstly you need to identify when you are stresses. This will help to reduce the stress level. You can express your emotions with someone. This is a great way to reduce the stress. That person might help you to find the solution for your problem. As well as you need to manage your time, learn to prioritize things. Try to firstly do most important things. Less important things can be done later. 10. Get plenty of sleep. How long do you need to sleep? Actually, adults need to sleep at least 6 hours per day. Getting enough sleep is essential to maintaining blood sugar and blood pressure, both of which are related to diabetes. 11. Learning about the different type of diabetes. Diabetes affects the way that blood sugar is processed in your body. Already you know that there are 2 types of diabetes. Normally when we have foods, after digesting foods become glucose. Insulin, normally produced by the pancreas, which help to glucose out of the blood and distribute it to the liver cells. Type 1 diabetes, This condition is about reduction about 90% of the insulin-producing cells of the pancreas. Type 2 diabetes. In this condition, pancreas continuously produce insulin, but body develops a resistance to the insulin. In terms of that, insulin will not be used in proper way in the body. Sugar levels in the body increases due to this condition. Gestational diabetes. This type of diabetes occurs to women during the pregnancy period. The side effect that can be happened is the possibility to injure mother and unborn child. However, having this type of diabetes create a chance of developing type 2 diabetes at some point in your life. 12. Act early. If you have the risk factors associated with diabetes, it is important to get regular blood or urine tests and to respond by controlling your lifestyle factors. If tests reveal that you have pre-diabetes, you have an increased chance of being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in the future. Let's look at the tips relate to reduce the diabetes. Do you like to be informed about those tips? Just read. There are a few tips you can use for reduce the diabetes. 1. Get plenty of fiber. When you have your meal, you try to have some fiber included foods. It will help you to reduce the risk of diabetes by controlling it. Then this will lower your risk of heart disease too. Therefore you need to have fiber include fruits, vegetables, whole grains and beans. 2. Watch your blood pressure. Do you know that if there are 3 persons with diabetes, 2 of them have blood pressure? This will lead to increase the risk of type 2 diabetes. Not only that can lead to heart disease, kidney disease too. Blood pressure is considered high if it's 140/90 or above. Healthy blood pressure levels are generally considered to be below 120/80. In terms of that, it is better to check blood pressure rarely. 3. Quit smoking. Smoking is a factor to increase the risk of diabetes. If you smoke hard, there is a possibility to affect diabetes. It is 30%-40%. So just give up smoking. It is not only for diabetes. Heart disease, kidney disease, eye disease and nerve damages can be occurred due to smoking. 4. Exercise regularly. Physical activity on most days of the week helps manage weight, reduce blood glucose levels and may also improve blood pressure and cholesterol. 5. See your doctor for regular checkups. This is great thing. Please keep a doctor for your entire life. It is great idea to check your blood sugar level and blood pressure. So meet the doctor at least once a week. Get advice from him or her. Be friend to the doctor. He or she will protect your life from diabetes. 6. Exercise regularly. You need to do exercise well. Use your tone proper way. Moderate physical activity on most days of the week helps manage weight. This will reduce the glucose level. 7. Test your diabetes. Especially you need to check your diabetes level, which means blood sugar level. There are different ways to check diabetes. From your fingertip, using your drop of blood on a test strip. You can test your sugar level within few seconds. In terms of that, you can buy a diabetes test kit. I found bestseller. His kit is awesome. Check this link, then you will find the best way to test diabetes. Meters that test other sites. Newer meters let you test sites other than your fingertip, such as your upper arm, forearm, base of the thumb, and thigh. You may get different results than from your fingertip. His method also better. I think you have great experience regarding diabetes. Use those tips. Learn about diabetes. Eventually you will be free from diabetes. If you need more information about diabetes, click the link in the description. Subscribe my channel to watch more videos.